Build resilience, how to bounce back from setbacks. Life has a way of surprising us, doesn't it? One moment, you're sailing smoothly, feeling like you've got it all together, and then, wham, a challenge hits you out of nowhere, leaving you wondering if you'll ever recover. But here's the truth. Every single one of you reading this on Growth Vibe has faced moments like these. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never stumble. They're the ones who've learned how to rise stronger every time. Here's a question to ponder. What if the setbacks you're facing today are actually the stepping stones to a future you never dreamed possible? Resilience isn't some rare gift only a few were born with. It's a skill, a mindset, and a choice we can all cultivate. In this journey, we'll dive into how you can build that unstoppable inner strength to turn obstacles into opportunities. So stick with me, hit that like button if this speaks to you, and let's uncover how to transform your setbacks into your greatest comeback story yet. Section 1. What resilience really means. Let's get clear on what resilience is, because many of us get it wrong. It's not about acting tough or pretending nothing hurts. That's just bottling things up, and it usually backfires. True resilience is like a bamboo tree in a storm. Have you seen how bamboo handles wild winds? It bends, it sways, sometimes it almost touches the ground, but it doesn't break. That's because it's flexible, and flexibility is the key to real resilience. Take Sarah, a small business owner I know. During the pandemic, she lost 80% of her customers. Instead of giving up, she paused, looked at the situation, and shifted her business online. Was she scared? Totally. Did she doubt herself? For sure. But she didn't let those feelings stop her. She used them to fuel change and growth. Here's what resilience looks like in real life. It's admitting that setbacks sting, but refusing to let them define you. It's feeling the letdown of missing a promotion, then asking, what can I learn from this? It's letting yourself grieve a loss while still believing better days are coming. The cool thing about resilience is it's not a finish line, it's a journey. Every time you face a challenge and keep going, you are strengthening your resilience muscle. And like any muscle, the more you work it, the stronger it gets. Your action step: this week, when something goes off track, and something always does, pause and ask, how can I bend without breaking? Start small. Maybe it's handling a traffic jam or a tough talk, and practice that bamboo mindset. Questions for you. What life moments have shown you your own strength? How do you usually react when things don't go as planned? What does bouncing back mean to you? If you could talk to yourself during your hardest moment, what would you say? Is there a belief about setbacks that might be holding you back from growing stronger? Section 2. The hidden gift in every setback. You might be wondering, how could losing my job or going through a breakup ever be a gift? I get it. Setbacks don't feel good, and anyone claiming they do is probably trying to sell you something. But here's the truth I've seen from watching people transform their lives. Setbacks often guide us to paths we wouldn't have chosen, but needed to take. Take Michael Jordan, for example. Yes, it's a classic story, but hear me out. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine that. The greatest basketball player ever wasn't good enough for his school team. That rejection could have ended his dreams. Instead, it became the spark that pushed him to outwork everyone. Here's the deal. When life's going smoothly, we often stick to what's comfortable, even if it's not helping us grow. Setbacks, though, they shove us out of that comfort zone and force us to find strengths we didn't know we had. I once met Maria, a teacher who lost her job after 15 years. She was crushed. Teaching was her whole identity. But that loss led her to discover a passion for educational technology. Now she runs an online tutoring platform that helps thousands of students worldwide. Would she have found that path without being pushed? Probably not. Setbacks are like tough personal trainers. They show up uninvited, make you uncomfortable, and push you harder than you'd push yourself. But when it's over, you're stronger. The gift isn't always clear right away. Sometimes it takes months or years to see how a setback changed your life for the better. But if you look back honestly, I bet you can think of one awful moment that led to something great. Your action step. This week, make a setback inventory. Write down 3 big setbacks you faced and reflect on the unexpected opportunities, skills, or lessons they brought. This isn't about forcing positivity. It's about spotting patterns of growth. Questions to ponder. Can you recall a time when something you thought was the worst led to something better? What strengths did you uncover during tough times? How might your current challenges be preparing you for future possibilities? What if you saw setbacks as redirections instead of rejections? What lesson might life be teaching you right now? Section 3. Your emotional toolkit for tough times. Life can throw curveballs, but having the right emotional tools is like carrying a trusty first aid kit, ready when you need it most. You wouldn't wait for a cut to learn how to use a bandage, so don't wait for a crisis to build your emotional strength. 1. The power of a pause. When things go wrong, our instinct is to react fast, fix it, fight it, or run. But here's a game changer. Sometimes the best move is to do nothing, just for a moment. Take David, a project manager, who used to lose it when work went off track. His quick reactions made things worse. Then he tried the 24-hour rule. Wait a full day before making big decisions or sending that heated email. Guess what? Most mornings he woke up with a fresh perspective and a better solution. 2. Reality check. When setbacks hit, our minds love to spiral. A missed deadline becomes, "I'm a failure," or a fight feels like, "love is over." But how often do those worst-case scenarios actually happen? Try the 10-10-10 rule. Ask yourself, will this matter in 10 minutes? 10 months? 10 years? This simple trick puts things in perspective, saving your energy for what truly counts. 3. Build your support squad. Think of this like insurance. You don't buy it when the fire's already burning. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, tell you the truth, and remind you of your strength when you're feeling lost. Your action step. Pick one tool, pausing, the 24-hour rule, or 10-10-10, and use it this week when challenges pop up. Tools only work when you put them to use. Reflect. How do you usually react when things go wrong? Is it working for you? Who in your life helps you see clearly in chaotic moments? What stories do you tell yourself during tough times, and are they usually true? How can you tell temporary problems from lasting ones? What if you saw setbacks with curiosity instead of fear?
Section 4. Daily habits to build unshakable resilience. Resilience isn't something you magically develop when life gets tough. It's built in the quiet moments, day by day. Think of it like your immune system. You don't strengthen it when you're already sick. You build it with consistent, healthy habits so you're ready when challenges hit. The same goes for mental and emotional resilience. The small things you do when life is calm prepare you to handle the storms. Here are a few simple but powerful habits to make you stronger. Gratitude. It might sound overused, but gratitude literally rewires your brain to focus on the positive. Take Jennifer, a nurse who started writing down 3 small things each day that went well, like a patient smile, a good parking spot, or a warm cup of coffee. After a few months, even during stressful shifts, her brain naturally started spotting the bright moments. Movement. You don't need to become a gym rat. Even a 15-minute walk outside can clear your mind and shift your perspective when things feel overwhelming. Sleep. Lack of sleep makes everything feel bigger than it is. A small work issue can seem like a career disaster, or a minor argument with a loved one can feel like the end of the world. Prioritizing sleep protects your ability to stay calm and think clearly. Daily reflection. Every night, ask yourself, what's one thing I learned about myself today? This simple question helps you grow from every experience, good or bad, turning each day into a step toward a stronger you. Your action step. Pick one of these habits and stick with it for 30 days. Keep it so simple you can't fail, whether it's jotting down one thing you're grateful for, taking a short walk, prioritizing sleep, or reflecting on your day. Questions to think about. What habits do you have now that either help or hurt your resilience? How do you care for yourself during stressful times? What's one small change you could make to your routine to better prepare for challenges? If you had to pick one habit to boost your resilience the most, what would it be? Section 5. Your comeback plan. Turning setbacks into springboards for success. Welcome to the final piece of the puzzle, where it all comes together. This isn't about just getting back up. It's about soaring higher than ever before. Here's the truth every Growth 5 member needs to hear. The goal isn't to return to where you were before a setback. It's about using that setback as a launchpad to reach heights you never imagined. Picture this. A rocket doesn't just fight gravity, it uses that resistance to gain the momentum needed to break into new frontiers. Your setbacks are the same. They're not just hurdles, they're the resistance that builds the strength for your next big leap. Here's your comeback plan. Every setback holds valuable lessons, and those lessons are power when you know how to use them. When things don't go as planned, don't just move on. Become a detective of your own story. Ask what worked, what didn't, what would I do differently, what strengths did I uncover, what assumptions were wrong. Take Alex, an entrepreneur whose first business crashed hard. He could have let that failure define him, but instead, he treated it like a masterclass in business. He studied every mistake, every missed chance, every wrong assumption. When he started his second business, he wasn't just restarting. He was armed with wisdom his competitors didn't have. That business, it became a multi-million-dollar success. Let's be honest, your comeback won't happen overnight, and that's okay. Quick fixes don't create lasting change. Real growth comes from the small, consistent choices you make every day after a setback, choosing to learn instead of just survive, to grow instead of just cope. Here's the key. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about being brave enough to try again, wise enough to learn from what happened, and bold enough to believe your story is far from over. It's just getting to the exciting part. Your setbacks aren't the end of your story. They're the plot twists that make the ending epic. So whatever challenge you're facing right now, know this. You're not broken. You're breaking through. Your action step. Before you move on, do this. Think about a current or recent setback. Complete this sentence. Because of this challenge, I am becoming. Write it down. Make it real. Make it a promise to yourself. If this resonates, hit that like button, join the Growth Vibe community for more life-changing content, and share a comment about a time a setback led to your greatest breakthrough. Your story could inspire someone else today. You're not just recovering, you're preparing for a comeback that's going to be worth the wait. What's next? What story do you want to tell a year from now about how you turned your challenges into triumphs? How will you know you've not just bounced back, but launched forward? What legacy will your resilience leave for others? If your future self could send you one message today, what would it say? What's the first step you'll take today to start writing your comeback story? Your journey to resilience starts now. Make it count.